In the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, there was a moment that has left everyone speechless and that promises to rekindle old tensions and open new wounds in the RHOBH universe. Garcelle Beauvais, who has recently had to face multiple criticisms and challenges in her relationship with Sutton Stracke's family, had a face-to-face confrontation with Reba, Sutton's mother, in a private conversation that quickly became a topic of debate on social media. During an after-show session, Garcelle confessed that she was greatly surprised by Reba's brutal candor, who did not hesitate to let her know that her comment, "I love your daughter, we're such good friends," was none of her business. Reba, with a direct and unfiltered response, told Garcelle, "That's none of your business," making it clear that, from the beginning, Sutton's mother was not willing to tolerate any kind of interference in her daughter's relationship. Garcelle, 58, admitted that she had been warned by Sutton about Reba's attitude, but confesses that she expected to receive a kinder or at least diplomatic response. However, the conversation was anything but that, and although Garcelle tried hard to maintain her composure and keep a straight face, it was evident that Reba's frankness left her shocked. Despite this, Garcelle also stressed that despite the harsh words, she appreciated Reba's authenticity, noting that she stays true to herself, no matter if we're being nice or not. On the other hand, Kyle Richards, another prominent figure on the show, intervened in the after-show to point out that, from the first meeting, it was clear that Reba was not a fan of Garcelle. "From the beginning, it was clear that Reba did not like me," Kyle commented, adding that the interaction between the two was fraught with tension and that Garcelle was forced to work twice as hard to win Reba's approval. According to Kyle, this dynamic has been a recurring theme, and the fact that Reba shuts down from the first moment has generated speculation about the true intentions and feelings of Sutton's mother towards Garcelle. The conflict escalated when past gestures were recalled. Garcelle had arrived at Sutton's home in her hometown bearing gifts, including a carefully selected scarf for Reba, in an attempt to smooth things over and win sympathy points. But, as Garcelle revealed, that gesture was not entirely well received. Reba's response was cold and curt, creating an awkward atmosphere and leaving everyone on set with the feeling that the relationship between the two had never been free of underlying tensions. The situation, which at first glance seemed to be just another episode of the drama that characterizes RHOBH, unleashed an avalanche of comments on social media. Fans began to heatedly debate whether Reba had really felt rejection towards Garcelle from the first moment, and many agreed that Kyle Richards' reaction was indicative of an internal struggle on the part of Sutton's mother. Some users even suggested that this confrontation could be the start of a long-term rivalry, while others defended Reba's stance, arguing that her honesty was a reflection of her strong and straightforward character. In further statements, Garcelle admitted that, despite the awkwardness of the situation, she enjoyed the time she spent in Augusta, Georgia, during that encounter, as it allowed her to see Reba in a facet that few had seen, a woman who, although harsh in her words, also showed flashes of humor and humanity. At the end of the evening, Reba seemed to soften her attitude by asking almost playfully, "If I come to Los Angeles, will I be with you?" English, "Do you pick me up at the airport?" A comment that Sutton says may have been said with the intention of clearing tensions, although it was clear that the relationship was still far from cordial. This episode has left the audience and followers of RHOBH with many questions and endless comments. Why was Reba so blunt with Garcelle? Is it possible that this confrontation marks the beginning of a deeper rivalry? Or is it simply a difference in personalities that, despite efforts, cannot be overcome? The answers remain to be seen, but the truth is that this episode has become one of the most talked about and has generated an intense debate about interpersonal relationships and family dynamics in the world of reality TV. Don't miss this detailed and sensational analysis of the recent confrontation on RHOBH. Join us as we break down every detail, every gesture, and every statement that has ignited the networks, and find out why this episode promises to be one of the most remembered in the story of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Stay with us to stay up to date with all the latest news and to explore every angle of this drama that is making its mark on the entertainment world.